Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Mondays with Mark, Tuesday edition. Sorry about yesterday. The time just got away from me. I decided to go fly fishing, and before I knew it, it was 6 o'clock at night my time, and I caught a ton of fish and had a great time. But I was still thinking about you. Today, I got something for you. Why do people choose to live in mediocrity instead of a life of significance? I got it narrowed down to 4 reasons. Number one, I'm too busy. Number two, that sounds too difficult. Number three, I don't know if that's right for me. And number four, that's out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I'm willing to take that chance. Well, let me tell you something. The first one, I'm too busy. We all have 24 hours in a day. How do all the other people that have achieved success in a life of significance manage their 24 hours? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Maybe you're doing some things that really aren't significant, really aren't successful, and it's just time wasters. So you need to take a look at your inputs and manage your inputs so you can have awesome outputs. That addresses the I'm too busy. And the second thing is this, I'm too busy. I developed a system through E5 Leader that requires 7 to 12 minutes a day in the morning and 15 minutes at night to keep you on track once you've made the decision that you want to go forward. So it really isn't that hard. The next one is, it's too difficult. I got to tell you, anything worthy in life has a difficulty factor in it. Nothing of value is easy. Think about that in your own life. There's always difficulties and challenges and things that you have to overcome. So to look at success or a life of significance and go, wow, that's just too hard for me, that's too difficult, you're not being fair to yourself. You're not even giving yourself a chance to win. First of all, you've done no preparation. You just made an assessment based on what? Your gut feeling. Why don't you get out there and talk to some people and find out what it really took to get successful and live a life of significance before you prejudge yourself and tell yourself, hey, I'm no good at this, I can't get that done. Be good to yourself and give yourself an opportunity before you just blow it off saying, I don't have the time or it's too difficult. Now, here's another good one. I don't know if this is right for me. I don't know if this is right for me. Well, is doing what you're doing as good as you do it day in and day out exactly the same and expecting different results? Is that right for you? If you don't have it in your desire and your heart to want to make a change or to want to live a life of significance or to grow and change, nobody can put that desire in there for you. Nobody can create your ambition line. You and you alone have control of your destiny and your ambition line. So when you look about, is it right for me? Look about you. Look at all the people that have succeeded. They're no different than you. They're not smarter than you. They're not better than you. They're not luckier than you. What they've done is applied themselves. They chose to be intentional about their decisions to promote a life of significance and move from a life of mediocrity to significance. Well, I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I don't know if I want to change. That's number 4. I don't know if I want to change. And before I get to that one, let me just tell you again. Number 1, I'm too busy. It's too difficult. I don't know if it's right for me. And that's 2 and 3. And number 4, hey, that's out of my comfort zone. I don't know if I want to stretch. And out of my comfort zone is the one I really want to spend the most amount of time with, because this is significant. Even if you get through the first 3 objections or obstacles in your own mind and you fall into, well, I'm just not comfortable with that. I don't think that's going to work for me. I'm just not comfortable. After you go down this path, you're really looking for an excuse now when you say, it's out of my comfort zone. Let me give you this analogy. Every one of us was children at one time or another, and perhaps if you've ever had a chance to go to a public pool, I know that's how I grew up, in a public pool. You had to face a dilemma in your young life called the high dive. You remember that? All your friends, your buddies were going up and down that ladder and jumping off, and maybe it took you a year, maybe it took you 2 years, maybe it took you 3. I don't know, maybe you never did overcome it. But for those of us that did, it set us on a path that changed our lives, and here's how. You finally get up the courage to walk up that big ladder, and that's a long walk going up to the high dive. And when you finally get to the height, you're standing on that board and you're grabbing onto both rails like this and you're hanging on with your white knuckle fisted, and you start looking around you left and right and going, oh man, wow, that's high. And as soon as you get that look on your face, all your friends down below start yelling at you. Oh, look, he's scared. You big baby, you're not going to jump. Come on, you can do it. And then there's a whole other group of people out there that are encouraging you. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, it's not that hard. You can do it. And then you hear all the naysayers. No, no, you can't. You're a baby. You don't have what it takes. And so oftentimes in life, there's people around us doing the same thing that they did to us on that high dive. You have 1 or 2 voices of encouragement, and you have 6 or 7 or 10 voices of discouragement. Let me tell you the difference. Battling fear. All 4 of these excuses are battling fear. And all you got to do to overcome that fear in the high dive is climb up that ladder. And once you start the engagement and you get up that ladder, you're ready. Now, you're either going to run off the end of that board and jump in, or you're going to fall off. But either way, you've accomplished the goal. You've conquered your fear. So the big takeaway today on these 4 excuses, which, by the way, the definition of the word excuse is the skin of a reason stuffed with a lie. 9 out of 10, we lie to ourselves about why we can't do something when we should be pumping ourselves up, explaining why we can. So, you get out of that comfort zone, you beat fear. How do you beat fear? You take it head on, man. You just go do it. Because here's the other side of the scenario if you don't. You're hanging on to that ladder up there, you're hanging on to those rails, you're looking around, your friends are all yakking. Pretty soon you don't hear anything. The world goes silent. And it's just you and your thoughts. And your thoughts go like this. I must be crazy. What am I doing up here? Oh my gosh, people could fall off. I could fall off this thing. I could get hurt. This is no good. So what do? You turn around and you walk down that ladder with your head low, filled with fear and shame. And then you walk away from that ladder and you walk through the pool and you walk out. Your life will never be the same because you didn't conquer the fear. And maybe you'll be fortunate enough to get another opportunity to conquer fear. Maybe you'll have many opportunities in your life to conquer fear. But until we actually conquer that fear and get rid of all those excuses, which are the skin at reason stuff with a lie, you're never going to leave mediocrity and you're never going to be in a life of significance. So let's all move together, okay? Let's get into the life of significance. Let's beat those 4 excuses. Let's conquer our fears. Let's make a decision to do the daily habits necessary to be successful. Let's make a decision to go forward with our lives. Let's make a decision to bring others with us on the journey of success into significance. Hey, God bless you. Great talking to you. And I'll see you again soon. I'm off to work again. Take care. God bless.